shade.
Yeah.
And I have a mister that I set up, and they have the water. So the 60 or so that spend the summer here, they do fine.
You spend the summer? You stay here?
Yeah.
Is it doable?
It is for me,
Good.
but I'm a desert guy.
Yeah.
I like your Crocs.
Mario Batali kitchen Crocs. They've got Kevlar on the toes in case you drop a knife.
Oh,
really?
that's fun.
Yeah,
Which happens in the kitchen from
it
time
does.
to time.
Yeah.
And a good chef teaching you to cook will tell you a dropped knife has no handle. Do not grab it.
That's right. Well, they're having a field day right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there seem to be, there's even more right
They're
now,
sensing
right?
the end of the daylight.
Is that
Yeah.
when they get thicker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's trying to get their last licks in.
Riley had one perch on her finger.
Yeah.
And is he perching now?
It's bumping.
Or maybe leaving behind a gift? Unsure.
I've had them when I'm sitting out here just land on my shoulder or my knee or my arm. They just like it. Yeah. Well, and these are about as wild as a creature could get. They cannot tolerate confinement or captivity at all. It kills them. Their migratory instinct is so powerful that when the climate tells them it's time to move, they have to move. It's why you don't see hummingbird exhibits at zoos and stuff other than open air. The Living Desert down in Palm Desert has a lot of their landscaping that they put in to attract hummingbirds, and that's an amazing place to go.
What's the name of that plant? We took a hike today and we saw some. It was, Highway 74 that goes towards San Diego out of Palm Desert.
Yeah.
We were up there by the visitor center hiking.
Oh, okay.
And we saw two,
Coming over to you, Tim.
how can you, we're looking there after a pink
And
flower.
one of them
I see it all over.
But then
Pink
here's
orange, they're pink and orange generally.
Yeah.
Chase, get
Yeah.
out of my area.
Oh yeah, they're here now.
I get pulled.
And
Mine,
the Calheiras, just down South Palm Canyon,
I love when
they had guided hummingbird hikes. There are places on the res they won't let you go without a guide,
That's how they get to know you.
because well-meaning people can cause harm through ignorance.
When if your video about 20 minutes at the back of her sweatshirt.
That's okay.
It's
All right.
Yeah,
I'll check and see what we
guy
got.
on St. Peter's, and so now that their time is almost up, they might.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Continue to go off. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you,
Diane.
Bye. Bob, you should take pictures of these guys so they have a memory of it.
Alex, we'll get to do it.
Ooh, I just got them on my face.
There have been a lot of times I've been very glad I had glasses. I never expected this intense activity with the speed they fly. I never expected it to be as calming as it is. But
I slept so well last night.
Yeah.
It was just a unique way
Well,
to rock
to-
my down.
to be recognized and acknowledged by and accepted by something that wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's a thrill. And there are birds during the migration. I have a couple of rufous hummingbirds that when they show up here, they always make a point that I see them.
Yeah. Isn't that neat?
It is.
Yeah.
And I get calliopes and allens, some amazing, amazing.
Have you had any researchers come here or people take special pictures?
I have. I've had some hummingbird experts from the Living Desert out, and a friend of mine, his job is he's a labor organizer. Yeah, currently he's trying to help unionize fast food workers in California.
Oh, wow.
In his spare time, he's an amazing wildlife photographer. He comes here with the big cameras. He can get shots like backed by the sun through their translucent wings and their stitched prisms. And he got a picture of one sitting at the top of the palm tree, backed by the full moon.
You can feel that one by the top of the palm tree, just kind of hanging out up there.
Yeah.
Potato to me, I'll take some of the watermelon and strawberries.
Nice generous.
Yeah, it's like trying. If I had to make one critique of it, I picture family or father, I bet a lot of
Please no flash.
no flash.
Sorry,
I know, it's easy to forget.
Oh, I see what's going on. There it is. Just like that.
Practice turning it back and practice to make sure
Oh, I
though.
did.
I love it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Pretty big eyes. Pretty big eyes.
Yeah. They rely on sight and hearing. Their hearing is ultra acute also.
Do you think
Say that
we-
again. Steve, what'd you say about hearing?
It's ultra acute. They have no sense of smell.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, he's standing on my finger.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Very, very light.
I know that guy. He's one of the very few that I've named. I call that guy Hotspur because he loves to perch on a finger towards the end of the evening.
Maybe
And
because our fingers are warm?
Not mine.
yeah, their body temp is 105, so he's probably
so ours are...
the finger they sit on is probably the warmest part. I tried to come up with a name that implied perching,
Yeah.
and I got to Percy, and then I remembered my Shakespeare and Harry Percy, who was nicknamed Hotspur during the 100 Years' War.
Oh man, they are thick on Peter.
He's the guy they wanted to make king rather than Henry V.
I don't remember that name.
There's a club, a soccer club in London
Oh, really?
called Tottenham Hotspur.
Wait, a couple of these Peters, they're just always loaded. I mean, these two right there, there's rarely a time where they're not full.
Yeah.
I think I got I bet you didn't have the one on the finger. Oh, yeah. I think I got it. I think I'm just going to do it like that. Isn't it different when you're at the height that they come in? You can see them
I
better.
think they'd like it better when I'm sitting though, because
Oh.
see now they're attacking those little ones over there. But it's okay. I mean, I'm just noticing that they tend to go low or back up high.
The word is that we got wolves.
Yeah, I think so.
So you send a message to Margarita.
I didn't. Did you?
So you guys are supposed to be a little feeding.
Oh, I sent her.
Oh, yeah.
This guy right here, the one not flying, that one with the white, that is an adolescent anise. It's just getting the anise facial markings on. That's so fun to see. Uh-huh.
Kind of getting along. Yeah, I don't know how long this friendship's going to last, but
Yes.
so far so
Woman.
good.
And Amazon and online free.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye on you.
They're not going to turn their back to each other.
No.
I don't think they trust each other, but they're getting along so
We're
far.
watching. Your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn.
Hummingbirds dealing with each other are a lot like Reagan and Gorbachev. It's trust but verify.
Yeah.
Oh, landed. Landed. Yeah, look at her right
Oh,
now.
you've got two landings. What does that feel like to you, those little... Aren't they just a teeny?
They weigh like 0.8 of an ounce,
Wow.
but they're strong enough that even in Santa Ana winds, they could fly with precision.
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. One's sitting on her finger, and another one came up, and it looks like it's got a cool schnoz in there. I think it did.
If they got a good perch, they'll let others come, as long as they don't act like jerks.
They'll share. Yeah, there they are. Look at that. That's kind of interesting.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You got a little pushy over there. What are you going to do about it? Oh,
So
quick
they're
perch
here now,
again.
aren't they?
When they do that vertical hover with their head cocked in their neck, I call that from like the kendo, Japanese sword fighting. It's a stance called open all 8 sides, because from the vertical hover, they can instantly go in any direction at all. And they have no tells on how it's going to happen.
Well, Riley, you are seeing a lot of activity all of a sudden. I love the little, is that the percher one, the one you identified as liking the perch, or a different one?
That's a different one.
Yeah, he's gotten away and come back a couple times.
Uh-huh.
You got it going. Oh, dude. Boy, he's taking a long trip right now.
Yeah, well, it's got to last all night.
Oh, and he shares.
The other way in.
Little buddy. Until the little buddy gets pushy, then there's a problem.
He's backing up a little. We got a share now.
That is really sweet. Oh, you've got both hands busy here. The word is out. Yeah.
And he's going to go with video. He needs a song back.
That chimney, Peter, is full when you guys got here.
I
Was it really?
believe how fast they just got
He's no flop. Good thing you got that extra sugar.
It is.
Just any kind of sugar, just regular sugar.
White granulated. They prefer cane sugar to beet sugar, and nobody knows why.
I also read that organic sugar is not good for them.
No,
I thought, oh,
they
that
don't
must
process
be
it
healthier
enough.
for them. But then I read up on it.
There was one right on, almost,
no, they need the white, plain granulated sugar, and they don't need the sugar in the raw or any kind. They can't deal with honey.
that's even funny enough, it has one in every hole. You see it?
Yeah, it's been one of the busier ones. I
Every
keep an
hole.
eye on it.
Every hole in that one. Oh, is that the same one?
I think so. Oh, still, it must be. We purchase in the same spot on the finger every time. And shares when somebody comes up.
If they know how to behave, they'll share.
Yeah, we saw that he's the one who, or he or she. Are they all she's tonight?
No, there's females. They were mostly here earlier.
Are the males brighter?
Yes. They're the ones that have the face markings and things like that. They're also making more noise when they fly now because it's like, hey, look at me.
Oh, wow.
The hummingbird females look for a mate that flies well. It looks good and can fight. Because the last step of their courtship is like ritual combat.
If you get one perched on both fingers, they give you $10 worth of chocolate. It's funny too.
Oh, they'll be back. Yeah, he's finding his way back.
That's kind of interesting because when you push that down, hardly any of them are coming.
I know, that was. I thought,
They just kind of change.
Well, they see people sitting still and being quiet, and they're okay with that. I have to tell people that, I'm not in charge because the hummingbirds don't like everybody. I've had people I didn't expect it come here to see them, and the hummingbirds want nothing to do with them. And I don't know what their criteria is. Well, they're crayons.
yeah, this is little tap shoes going. It's like he's reaching out to get a footing on that. An aider would help you. Come over this side.
The University of Connecticut Ornithology Department has some stuff online of close-ups of hummingbird tongues in action.
Oh, they're amazing. They're so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can kind of see it if they're, a side view here. How long they're
The tongue can extend as long as the beak.
That's a lot.
And when they retract it, it goes behind their skull like a woodpecker's. And you can see how it's easing off.
You think it's somewhat driven by temperature too?
Not so much temperature, but they get solar and lunar cycles. When the equinox arrives, they'll calm down the breeding and start bulking up for migration.
I think it's close to time. I saw a bunch of them leave.
Yeah.
What do you think? Look at the
I put the awning down to keep it dry, and they roost all over in the dry. When it rains here in the winter, I will go through like 5 gallons a day because they adjust their body temperature by eating sugar. If they eat more sugar, it warms them up. You know, it's like Swiss hikers and brandy.
Your little rooster. Yeah, he's back. Always in the same spot, too.
Yeah. They're habitual. When they find something that works, they work it. Their metabolisms run so hot that they can starve you out in 3 hours.
Because they don't look like they're going to be tummies.
They're definitely starting to thin out.
Steve, how long have you been here? Lived here?
10 years.
10 years?
When I retired, I didn't want to like be in Vegas, and I didn't want to be in Hollywood, and I didn't want to be in big cities.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to be out in the sticks, and I loved the desert.
Yeah. Good spot for it.
Yeah.
I think Park Springs is just so much, there's so much art and culture and appreciation of beauty. And then the
Steve,
natural.
what's it like when it's 120 degrees? I mean, what's it really like? You walk out, is it just,
It hits you.
it just hits you like a force?
Yeah.
You can't get in your, how do you get in your car? It'd be that so, the handle would be so hot. You have to use a
People
drag?
have windshield screens, and they drape towels over their steering wheels and stuff, and wear gloves to open the car door.
I mean, can you go out and walk a couple miles in that? You can't,
Not a
right?
couple of miles, but I can come out here and like change the feeders and stuff like that.
How do these guys do with that too?
And he puts an awning too. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that awning.
As long as they have shade and water, and I turn on a mister, and they use that. They'll fly right into the mist and just hover and get saturated, and then fluff out on the palm tree to evaporate and cool. They'll open their mouths and pant like a dog in the heat. The Costas and the black chins, though, they're adapted to it. And the black chins, they breed, their breeding cycle is in the summer when all the winter visitors are gone. And so when things here calm down after the equinox, the black chins will be back.
Yeah, see, they're
Pretty quiet.
And it's really weird to just suddenly notice they're gone.
Yeah.
It's not like you see them.
As long as the winter's going by.
And they all disperse to different places.
It's
They
serious
all
about
disperse to
different
different places.
Some of them like the pyracantha because they could have the base from the bricks. A lot of them are in the olive tree right there. They love those oak trees across the street. And there's a big stand of bougainvillea between the two hotels.
Yeah.
And that probably has like 150 nests in it right now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Because bougainvillea is tangled, it's got thorns.
Yeah. Good hiding.
I've got 5 nests on my back porch that are going